Cowabunga dudes and dudettes! My name is Sonia, your fangirl and a half shell, and welcome back to another Teenage Mutant Ninja Thursdays. So, if you saw the preview, you know that we are talking about Panda Con today. And let's just take a look at this guy. Like, this is my original Panda Con from like 1990. You see, he's a little worse for wear. He's got some paint scratches here, paint scratches here. He's lost both of his little armor pads down on the knees. But this guy is a stark contrast to the figure we're going to be opening today. The accessories are extremely different. I'm missing a few, as happens a lot with these vintage lines. So I've only got the battle axe and the laser gun. This was much more of a space type character. And I never noticed this, I love the little tuft of fur peeking out through the chainmail. Yeah, you can tell the chainmail's a little worn and a little faded on this side. It's a cool figure, a lot of cool different looks on here, kind of like a futuristic, almost very Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, if you will, to all of my Magic friends and fans out there. But yeah, this is the figure that I loved as a kid, got a ton of play out of me. I just thought it was really cool design. It might be the battle axe. I'm a girl that loves herself a battle axe. But, so, this figure, along with a lot of others that I had, from the Playmates line, never actually made it into the cartoon that I love so much, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. But NECA's been doing sort of this, like, what-if type of thing, where they make figures based on either toys or, like, other concept arts that never actually made it into the cartoon proper. So, with that being said, we are going to look at Panda Con, the reimagined version. Now, if you look at these two together, they look similar but very different. Gone is all of like the space age armor, and he seems like he's much more in tune with like a Usagi Yojimbo type of vibe. I love you've got the turtles all here looking into the bamboo forest, and I love that it says Crouching Tiger, Hidden Panda. It's a dated reference, it really is, but it's still a fun one. The back block is great too. You have all the turtles mostly freaking out in the glint of his katana, not Raph. Raph is ready to rumble. So since this character never made it into the series proper, NECA has done a pretty fun job creating a backstory for this character. And I'm going to read it to you now. When Panda Con confronts an evil wizard called Aldabra, an ancient tortoise, to try and protect his home of Wukong, the wizard enacts a spell that goes wrong, and Panda Con is drawn into a temporal vortex that rips him away from Wukong and drops him in a dark alleyway in the heart of Hell's Kitchen, New York. Which is fun, because we don't really talk about Hell's Kitchen a lot in TMNT, but if you don't know, what kind of a fun little Easter egg thing is that Eastman and Laird kind of had it so the accident that caused the chemical spill for the turtles actually also created Daredevil. Like, I guess in their universe, there's a Daredevil Turtles connection. It's pretty deep. We'll talk about it one day, but not today. So, when Panda Con wakes, he is amazed by the strange new world he has entered. But that amazement soon turns to shock as he finds himself surrounded by a group of foot soldiers, and they demand that he journeys with them as their leader, the Shredder, wishes an audience with him. Panda Con will have none of that and draws his sword, the Morning Key, and squares off against the new threat. Unseen, far above, four turtle brothers are watching the scene unfold, and they quickly come to realize that Panda Con is no friend of the Foot Clan, but he is heavily outnumbered. So, with the battle cry, Cowabunga! Echoing through the darkness of the alleyways, the brothers leap from the rooftops, dropping down to join the large samurai panda to vanquish the Foot Clan soldiers. And this is just the beginning of the story, to be continued in your imagination. It's really cool. They went to all this trouble for a character who never appeared in the show, only had really this figure, and we haven't really seen much of him to my knowledge. If he's shown up in other like IDW or like other iterations of the Turtles, let me know in the comments, because I really have a big fondness of this character. In fact, it kind of broke my rule of like, I'm not going to get every NECA figure, because these things, they cost, they're expensive, but especially not ones that didn't prominently feature in the show or weren't part of some of my favorite episodes. But this one broke me. This one I had to do. Let's look at his little plastic prison shot. He is a big boy. He's a big, chunky boy. I love it. I love just the wandering warrior aesthetic over here. So let's pop this guy out and watch me fiddle with twist ties and crap for the next minute and a half, because we have not done NECA, and God, how long has it been since we've done a NECA figure on this show? We've been really embroiled with the Turtles of Grayskull line, which was so much easier to unbox than any of this. Come on. There we go. And unlike the Turtles of Grayskull, I like to keep these boxes intact because they are really great to store them. They were instrumental when I moved last year. So we have the very much for like a dojo, or like the outside of a dojo for his background. I like it. I dig it. It's going to make a great backdrop. Let's get him out here and start messing around with everything. Where are my scissors? There are my scissors. Always come prepared, especially when NECA is involved. All right. So already we've got... Let's get the big boy out. Let's get this big boy out first. Yeah, there were a lot of toys that I had, especially like later versions of like Allied Turtle, or like Turtle Allies, that I always was kind of hoping I would see in the cartoon. Like Walkabout. Walkabout, the kangaroo. Basically just a Crocodile Dundee-ass kangaroo. He never showed up. I know that he was mentioned, I think, in the Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures comics. It's just sort of like a throwaway like reference, like, hey, we remember this too. But I don't know that he's ever actually appeared in anything outside of the toy line. And there were a few like that. For sure. I do not have the best scissors today, apparently. Let's just see if I can kind of fiddle this out. Okay. Yeah, bam. There he is. Look at this big, beautiful, beefy boy. Look at him. Alright, so he's got all the standard NECA articulation we come to expect from him. There we go. He's actually... NECA's done such a much better job now of getting everything to move like it's supposed to out of these boxes, at least in my experience. We have a waist twist. We have a waist twist, but it's very hard to do with the... I don't know what you call like the battle skirt. I don't know. Again, please educate me in the comments so I know what things are called here. Oop, the leg pops. And like with most NECA figures, these are all modal. You can pop these in and out, much like the Turtles of Grayskull figures. If I can't just get that back in here, work that back in. Oof. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the leg's a little loose. It is a little looser than this leg. No, they're about the same. We've got the same ankle, a little bit of ankle, not a lot of ankle on this. Yeah, I do like that there's a lot of puff. There's a lot of extra padding back here on these pants. Will he stand pretty well? He will stand. That's awesome. Does the... What's with that? So yeah, so he still has like the red headband and some of like the more like samurai like plate armor to him, but this is just a night and day different take on figure. This guy's also huge. This guy is definitely worthy of being a deluxe figure just based on his size. And let's see what else we've got here. NECA does such a good job of keeping their stuff safe while also making it impossible for me to get to them. But the quality definitely speaks for itself. So we've got some gripping hands. And with this brand new phone and brand new camera, you can actually see them a lot better. Which is great, because my old way was putting on that old black cardboard. And black on black does not work well. I've lost a hand already. Right here. We've got some wide open hands for slapping. I think there's like good slapping hands. Good slapping hands. And then we've got... different grip hands. Do we just have two sets of the same? These are basically the... I don't know why I have two sets of grip hands. That might be a mistake. But these are like the exact same gripping hand. It looks like. Which is weird. I don't know what other hands I would need out of this. But it's weird that I have like double grip hands. I don't know if that's supposed to be. But it is what I've got here, and he's obviously got his two punching fist hands here, which will pop out here, so we can see him with some of these. Oh, we try to pop out here. Wow. Maybe not. These are really stuck in here. I didn't think I'd have to get the hairdryer to pop out. There we go. To pop out different hands. But man, these things stick. It really shows you how long it's been since I've done NECA, because I'm like not prepared for any of like this extra wiggle or anything else. So he's got a fun little hat, which is kind of in line with Usagi's. And I don't know, there's a weird like a divot in here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to go in somewhere. Like, I'm sure you can wear it with both heads. I think it's supposed to be on. Maybe that's supposed to be for the ponytail. Let's pop his other head out here and see if that's supposed to go. That's probably for the ponytail, maybe. Oops. Things are just popping out all over. All over the pop-outs. I hope I didn't just break this. I mean, super glue fixes everything, but still. I may have just broke this. The strap on this is very finicky. I think I literally just broke this in front of everybody, so that's fun. Well, like I said, super glue will fix that right up. If I can kind of try to plug this back in just for... Yeah, so it's... So there's like the hat there, and it is, like I said, I just broke this, I think, popped it right out of socket. So I'm gonna have to super glue this. So not the best, not really what I would expect from NECA. Something this, it's very flimsy too. It's not very taut or tight. We do have this really nice little backpack that I believe I'm supposed to be able to put the sword into. It's got like a... Or, oh, no, it pops. It pops open. So it pops open. I can store the weapons in there. Let's pop these out here. Come on. Have you missed this? Have you really missed me opening NECA figures and struggling with packaging and all this other bullcrap? Because I don't know that I've missed this. I don't know that I've actually missed this. It is so much work to get the toy out of here. There we go. So yeah, so his sword's awesome. The sword has a little yin yang from the cover, which is it's a different color. It's a traditional yin yang, and on the package it's actually like a red and blue. So I'm not sure why the coloring difference there or wherever, but it fits in here nice. I'm kind of afraid to try to pop this on him. Mainly because I'm gonna have to pop the arm off to do it, but that'll work for right now. He's got that there, and he also has two of these little, I don't know what these are called. I should really learn what things are called, especially I'm going to be talking about them, but you know what? It should say on the bottom of the package what these things are called. These little claws. They're not quite Vega claws. They're not that long, but they're reminding me of like a sort of a Vega or like a... What are these? Oh, there goes PandaCon. Just claws. It just says claws. And he's got these claws that fit in the hand, like so. You guys, little claw. And let's pop the other grip hand on here so we can have one claw and one sword. That is the wrong grip hand. There we go. Sword. That sword, yeah, that thing looks awesome. I love the style of this. I love how, like, just angular it is. I like the angles. Like, it really feels, cool and, like, very fantasy-like. So there is PandaCon. He's gruff. He's ready for battle. Or, you know, he's just pensive. Just, like, I'm here. I'm a panda. Just panda chilling. But there is the big boy himself, PandaCon. Look at this guy. Look, he looks super awesome. Aside from the hat debacle, this has been a pretty dang cool figure. It really has. And the hat thing is a quick fix to some super glue into the slots. That'll be easy enough. I do... Oh, hold on. Hold on. I figured out the hat, by the way. So, are these both? Is it just... Okay, so it's just this head. They're using the same sort of tech that they used on the Turtles in Disguise Turtles, where you can actually pop off the top part here, and that's what it's for. It's supposed to sit in here. And there we go. We figured that out. So you actually have to take his ears off to put the hat on him. Okay. And yeah, I can just super glue that, and that should pop in there pretty nicely. But this is one of the times I wish they had instructions, like if they were, you know, like a kid's toy. Just because sometimes we're not the smartest. I'm not the smartest. I'm an adorable little dork. But so I'm glad we figured that out. And as soon as I get some super glue, this will look great. But yeah, so there is Panda Con, the new deluxe figure from NECA. And again, just a look at this. Look how much bigger this is than the old. So this guy's like at least 7 inches, maybe 8. I'm not sure. This guy is massive. But yeah, he's awesome. And I am so happy to be back opening Turtles with all of you. And I know we've had some hiccups the past couple of weeks. We've had some real life issues, and that really cuts into when I can do my videos. But I'm going to try to get these out as often as I can because I love being able to share my joy and my fun with all of you. And if you guys like what I do here, do all the YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, comment, share the videos around. And I will see you guys on the next Teenage Mutant Ninja Thursdays. Bye!